Hello fellow Star Wars fans and collectors, welcome back to another review. This time around I'm going to give you a look at C3PO from the Vintage Collection, a figure that's been given a considerable amount of stick. Complaints such as his size, not as shiny. People say it's a cross between the Clone Wars C3PO and Galactic Heroes, was one of the comments I've read. But do you know what? They're all wrong. At least in my opinion. This is perhaps the most fantastic C3PO you're going to come across. He is outstanding. Now, I did have an initial concern, as when looking at images of him, if you look at him now, if you look to his midsection, now in the movies that section is considerably wider. So he comes packaged like that, and all the pictures and reviews I've seen he's been like that. I thought, well, you know, that's not kind of correct for 3PO. But I'm actually getting the figure. Now if I adjust his midsection like so, just bend it back, move his legs slightly forward, and there you have it. The perfect midsection for a C3PO. It's also the first time we've ever seen C3PO have complete articulation, and detail is absolutely incredible. Let's concentrate on the detail, which is superb. Again, thanks to the ABS plastic, and the ABS plastic is the actual reason that C3PO this time around isn't super shiny, and in fact more of a matte gold, which I prefer. If you watch him in The Empire Strikes Back, they've changed it to a matte gold to cut down on the reflection of cameramen, director, etc. Because we didn't have computer generated technology to wipe out and remove reflections in his coverings like they did in Revenge of the Sith, which apparently was painstaking, as you can imagine. But let's have a look at the detail here now. If we look at the stomach section here, you can actually see the ridges in his stomach part there in the clearance. The different cables and the wires are exposed, and on his hand you can see the ridges and the fingers, the knuckles. You know, it's just really incredible. I'm going to take you up. Now if you look here, I mean, the only thing that concerned me at the start, but I'll tell you this now, it doesn't bother me at all now, is the lines here, which are apart from when it's been removed from the factory mould. It really isn't that bad up close. I mean, it's just the lines are so crisp on this. The level of detail you can see really picks up. I mean, this is my ideal C3PO. He is absolutely perfect. So much detail here. And of course, it's the first time we've had a super articulated C3PO. He is incredible. So onto articulation now. Let's give you a run through. We have a swivel head, ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed elbows, swivel wrists, ball jointed torso, swivel hips, ball jointed knees and ankles. So like I said, this is the first fully articulated 3PO. Now, not only is he a great figure, he comes with lots of other features, because you can't put accessories with a C3PO because he's a protocol droid and probably wouldn't even have a clue how to fire a blaster. But now I'm going to show you some, as you're probably aware, has some special features. If I remove the face, is that not incredible? As you can see, he matches identically his appearance in Episode 1. If I just put that there, maybe if I Round. There you go, you can see the detailings there. So not only is the faceplate removable, you also have the chest plate. Gently unclips there. Now this is incredible how really tightly this clips in. There's no noticeable holes or pins or anything that you can say, oh, that's how it stays on. But the fact that they stay on so well is outstanding. All the detail of paint detailing on the wiring and the framework. And again, if I take you down to the covering, and if I turn it over like this, again you can see there's detailing on the inside. So, and to the other part is his thigh. Again, some clips. Again, some superb detailing there. And as you've probably been aware, recently uncovered on the Rebel Scum photo archive of this figure, this back piece is also removable. I can take you a close up there. Here we can see the interior detail of C3PO. The access panel, you can see Chewbacca working on in The Empire Strikes Back in the Bespin prison cell. And again, the back is equally detailed. You can see wires, ridges in the interior of 3PO. I find the fact that he has a butt crack quite amusing. Okay, look at the level of detailing on the legs here. Really is superb. Really is an amazing, lovely figure to have. Just a really good close look here. You know, the reason I'm really going into this figure is because I think he's going to be overlooked a lot by collectors because of the negative reviews, and you can't really judge a action figure from a picture. I mean, this is one that you have to buy to truly appreciate. It really is a really fantastic figure. Now I'm just going to pop back on his coverings. So big hands, little things, makes things a little bit more difficult. I'm actually quite cack-handed when it comes to fiddly pieces. So it really is quite easy. So put that in the right way. There we go. So you really have to be rough to make his faceplate smooth come off of it. Now again, I'll rearrange his midsection. And then we have C3PO. Now I'm going to address the size concerns of collectors. Now, I agree to some extent and disagree in another way. Now, I consider this R2 to be perhaps too big. This is a Resurgence of the Jedi R2-D2. If you'd like me to do another review in this format of that pack, just let me know. Perfectly willing to do so. As I say, just a quick overview of him. He's a nice figure. If I put him right up there, he should really come to around, say, here. Now, reports are that the new Return of the Jedi Wave Vintage Collection R2 is smaller, and it's going to be interesting to see that because he has so much accessories, the new R2-D2. It's quite incredible. So he's going to be an interesting one to see. Now if I just move R2 to the back and bring in Luke Skywalker. Now to me that's approximately the right height. 3PO may be either the same size as Luke or maybe a bit taller, but the size difference, it really isn't that much, and it certainly isn't worth ignoring this really special figure. To be honest, you're not going to be sorry you bought him. I promise you that. Now if I move these to the back, I'm going to show you the card. Now, what's special about this card is that I've picked up the American card, and the reason for that being is Toys R Us in the UK aren't to a penny, as you may be in the States. You have to travel some distance, and it takes me 2 buses to get to a Toys R Us, so it's costing well over £11–12 to get there. Now if you go into Liverpool, there's a Forbidden Planet, and although they're selling the figures at £9.95 US import, it's cheaper to get 1 train into Liverpool than it is to get 2 buses to Chester. So as you see, we have the free Boba Fett mail away sticker, which I'm going to leave on there for sentimental sake. It's not available to us in the UK. It's just quite nice to have that sticker. The card is exactly the same as other vintage collection. It is really cool. In there is the mail away ticket. On the back, again we have the vintage collection logo. Here's VC06. I'll just pan down that slowly. There's the original card with the original 3PO, of which there were 2 versions. The original 70s 3PO had non-removable limbs. The second, Empire Strikes Back, had removable limbs. So there we go, there's your redemption certificate for the rocket firing Boba Fett. So that's that. If we compare him to the vintage C3PO, there we go. Of course this is the metalized version. It's been the common appearance for 3PO over the years, and yes, he's considerably larger. Although the details aren't as as the modern figures are, you've got to remember that sculpting technology back in the 70s, 80s was limited, and they were child toys. Nowadays they are aimed at the collector's market, so they go out of town to give us something that we really want. Standardised articulation for vintage, as in swivel head, arms and legs. If I'm not mistaken, this could well be the original Empire Strikes Back removable limb. So here we go. I hope you enjoyed the review. Until next time, laugh it up, fuzzballs.